Well, good morning, everybody, and we are here on the panel today. We have the lovely Chow from iChongqing. We got Sahil from, where are you from, Sahil? Where are you
India,
tuning in from?
Karnataka.
Fantastic.
Now, Nanjang.
Yeah. Okay, an undisclosed location. And Noel Lee, where have we got you hiding?
Hey, Alex, Xiao, Sahil, good morning, everybody. I'm from Shenzhen.
We got some beautiful weather there, I believe, in Chongqing right now. It's a lovely morning. I think it's, about 32 there. Time check in Chongqing is 9:07. Welcome, everybody. And this is going to be an interesting program today. This is 7 days in Chongqing, and we're going to dive right into this. But we're going to kind of go around a little bit of a circle here. So if you're viewing in from my channel or Sahil's channel or Xiao's channel or Noel's channel, you can know a little bit about us, okay? Let's swing over to Noel. Noel, tell the audience about you, your channel, and welcome to the program. Good morning, sir.
Thank you, Alex. Everybody, good morning. My name is Noel Lee, and my channel is Noel Lee. I'm a Singaporean living in Shenzhen, China, and I've been in China for the past 2 years. Before that, I was in Hong Kong for 14 years. My channel is about my own critical thinking, my opinion on some stuff, as well as my experiences living my life in China.
Oh, thank you for that, Noel. Chow, good morning. Chongqing, loving it. How are you? Can you hear us, Chow? Okay, we'll come back to Chow in a moment. Sahil, how are you? Tell us.
I'm great.
Where are you hiding? What city?
I'm in Nanjang right now.
Okay. And how long have you been there for?
Actually, I came to Nanjang, China in 2017. It's
Mhm.
been like 3.5 years in
I
Nanjang.
was I was reading on your profile that you haven't been home since the pandemic.
Yeah, sadly, I haven't
Sadly,
been.
huh?
Yeah, it's been almost like 2 years since I saw my parents.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It's been a while for everybody. You know, this world travel has been disrupted, but I think we're going to get onto it in a while here. We're just I can hear everybody. I can hear Sahil fine. Noel, you can hear me fine. Everybody can hear everybody fine. And
Yes.
Chow, have we got
Yeah,
you in the
yeah.
studio?
Okay.
Good morning. Good morning. Everybody's waiting for you. They are. They don't care about us
Sorry,
guys.
it's
They
like
want to hear from you.
yeah, it's some connection problems. I hope now
No
works
problem.
fine, right? Everybody see
Yeah,
clear
everything's
from my
good.
side.
All right. So tell us about you, your channel, and kind of why we're all here. Okay. I think
Okay. So yeah, I think I
yeah.
lost
Go
again.
ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so thanks. Like hello everyone, like all our dear audience from all the channels, and I'm Xiao from iChongqing. iChongqing is a local media. Like we try to promote our lovely city, Chongqing, overseas. Like we showcase our beautiful scenery, beautiful culture, and also the updated news, economic news, like about the city to show the vibrant side of it. So we are on Facebook, we're on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. So you can find us there by searching like iChongqing. This is a lovely city, and I think the Alex has been here, and No and Sahil will be here soon. So I think we're gonna show you a really
this time.
amazing stories about Chongqing. Yeah.
So yeah, we got a real treat for the audience here today, and I think if you're just queuing into what we're one of the main topics today is most of us on this panel are going to be in Chongqing here in the next, I believe I'm looking at the calendar, in under a week, and it's going to be pretty interesting because if you're not familiar with this city, let me give you an idea the scale and the size of this. If you've been to New York, I'm going to call it a baby city compared to this one. This is a mega city. It's got a population pretty similar to my country of Canada, over 30 million people. Just to give you an idea, it's got over 14,000 bridges. That's right, 14,000 bridges. So it gives Pittsburgh definitely a run for its money. I'm kind of being a bit facetious there, but no. Pittsburgh is known as the city of bridges in the United States, but Chongqing is undoubtedly the king of bridges, that's for sure. Also, this mega city has various nicknames like the Fog City. It's called the Furnace in the winter or in the summertime, so it gets very hot there. I guess, yes, we're just going to look at some comments. So I'm just going to say hello to the audience that's come in today. We got some names here. Hang, thank you very much. Good morning to you. And good morning, Ken Wigger. Thank you for coming out. And for all those moderators, thank you for joining the show. And to all these audiences that have joined together to watch all of us today, I greatly appreciate that. So, Sahil, I was on your channel last night. Tell me what your content's all about. What's going on with your channel, and maybe you can tell us, where are you going with your channel? Is it a hobby, or are you taking it quite serious?
Yeah, it's a hobby for now. But first, I would like to teach you one Kannada word for my people who are watching now. Can you guys just say namaskara to all those who are watching? Namaskara.
Namaskara.
Yeah,
Namaskara.
namaskara is like hi in our language in Kannada. We say namaskara.
Namaskara.
Yeah.
It's like
It's always so good to hear Kannada from foreigners. Actually,
So
my channel is.
Remember,
Sorry.
we just say no mascara.
No.
No, it's like no mascara, namaskara.
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 Yeah,
I will
actually,
say to
my
my
channel
yoga
is all
teacher.
about. Sorry.
I will say that to my yoga teacher.
Yeah, your yoga teacher might be Indian, right?
Yeah.
Fire away, Sahil. Tell us. I'm going to put you full screen. You can
actually-
explain to everybody about what's going on with your channel.
Yeah, for me right now, I'm taking this channel as a hobby because I have a lot to study right now because I'm a medical student as well, right? So whenever I get time, I make videos on my daily life, like how how does a foreign student, foreign medical student, Indian student from a state called as Karnataka is living in China, and
Mm-hmm.
how I'm like, how am I managing this daily life? It's really hard to come from that type of place and surviving here with some different language. So I show that to my people, and
Mm-hmm.
also I vlog in my language, Kannada. A lot of
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed that.
would
So
be not understand well, but for now, sorry,
yeah, go ahead. I can
but
hear you
now I'm taking it as a hobby, not
as
as
a
a
hobby.
professional like you. I'm just a noob.
Well, I think a majority of the people do start their channels as a hobby, and then as they gain traction, some go in interesting ways, some go in political ways, some go into the vlogging ways, and that's
Yeah,
quite interesting. So I hope that the borders will open soon, especially for you to go and see your family again. Um, it's been a few tough months, I bet, back there. So, and it looks like things are improving. So that's good to hear. Noah Lee, brand new apartment, brand new background, brand new everything. What's going on in Shenzhen, sir?
Well, Alex, I was just in Shanghai recently, and before that, I
Mm-hmm.
was in Guizhou. So in Guizhou, I was looking around at the poverty alleviation estates that were built by the government. Then I went to Shenzhen, Shanghai for a hobby show, and I got back to Shenzhen and I did this move. Basically, what had happened was my previous unit, the landlord had to sell the place, so I got to move out of the apartment. So I found, luckily a place that's 19 floors up. So I just moved up, and I just completed the move recently. And then I can get back to doing videos and then preparing for my trip to Chongqing.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, this is good. This is going to be interesting. We had a discussion last night on what everybody's going to get up to in Chongqing here, and this is quite unique situation. I believe, when you're going to Chongqing, you're going to be meeting up with the iChongqing team, who are actually going to help you promote your channel a little bit. I should say a little. It actually promotes it a lot. When I first went to Chongqing back in December of 2019, I think my channel was just starting at around 2,000 subscribers. And man, did I fall in love with this city. Okay. You guys are going to go down there, and it's going to be the most.
actually, the way you're saying all these days, now I'm very, very, very excited to go there.
You have to. I'm telling you, Sahil, this city is addictive. My first impressions when I got to the airport, you see, Chongqing was kind of born out of a. To me, it was born more like my wife said to me around Christmas time. She says, "Let's get out of Bangkok. Let's do something different from Christmas. Let's do something crazy." I said, "Tell me, where do you want to go?" She says, "Pick any city in China." I said, "I don't know. Shenzhen, been there. Okay. Shanghai, no, been there. Something new. Give us a city." I said, "I don't know. You tell me." She said, "What about that city that you read on CNN that is really big and bigger than Canada?" And I didn't even know how to say Chongqing at the time, but I said Chongqing. I went, looked at my computer. I came out. I said, "Yeah, Chongqing." Came back to the computer, looked at tickets, looked at hotel. We said, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's go there on Christmas." So actually, we flew out of here on Christmas Eve in Bangkok on a plane full of Chinese. We were the only foreigners on the plane. And we arrived at the city and the airport, and we quickly realized at that time that Chongqing was not ready necessarily for foreign tourists as we thought. We arrived at the airport. There was no kiosk open to get a SIM card or anything like that. It's more, we should have been a little bit more prepared. But we weren't. So we managed to get into the town, and we were taken care of. And day number one there was just when you drive from that airport and you come down, it's a mountainous city for all you. It kind of reminds me a little bit like Vancouver, Canada. But when you come through the highway, it's kind of like a sea to sky highway, but more of a mountainous highway in Chongqing. And you come over that hill, and then you see the bridges and the city open up, and both rivers open up. Then you realize that this is. You think Shanghai is big? Wait until you see this monster. Okay, it just comes at you, and the roads that it's like spaghetti all around. It's just magical. So magical that I'm going to be uprooting my life here in Thailand for at least a few years to go there. Okay, so that pretty much, and I'm going through my questions here, and I'm looking at, have you guys been to Chongqing? I don't think you have, but I'm going to go to Sahil. What are some of the adventures that you'd like to get up to when you're going to this mega city? Have you thought about it when you meet the team from iChongqing?
The only thing which I'm planning right now is just having fun there and just make lots of videos with beautiful people and handsome guy like Noel. And I would definitely like to try, every city has their own special food, right? Even in Nanchang, there is a special food. I don't know what do we call it, but I'm sure in Chongqing, there is a special food, Chongqing hot pot.
Yeah.
Maybe trying some good foods there and visiting some good tourist places, making good vlogs. Yeah, this is pretty much.
Sahil, do you know kind of like the history behind hot pot, why it became popular in Chongqing?
Not really.
I'll go to my resident expert, Xiao, and tell us about hot pot, what's going on and why it's so popular in Chongqing.
Actually, now hot pot is like the spicy hot pot is also very, popular in whole China. I mean, like when it's so popular in every places, then it makes Chongqing special because Chongqing is the home to hot pot. It's originated from here, the spicy hot pot. Like the people, there are like tons of really visitors visit Chongqing, and hot pot is on the top list because this is where it originates from. And here you can try the most authentic one. But I want to ask, like Sahil and No, do you like spicy? Can you bear spicy food? Spicy.
Yeah, we Indians like spicy food as well.
I can definitely take spicy. Yeah.
Okay, so the good news, of course, spicy is the most original one, right? But for those who really cannot take so spicy but still can try, there are also a non-spicy soup for you to choose. So there is like this kind of offer. So don't worry, anyone like come to Chongqing want to try hot pot, spicy one or original, but if not, just try the non-spicy soup one. It's also delicious. Yeah.
Nice. Great.
And the history?
The history. Oh, this goes really back long ago. Goes back long ago. Like Chongqing is a port city, and very long ago, when there is no modern facilities, like there's no kind of ship like now and cruise like now, and there is like the boat tracker, or the people live beside the riverside, the port. So what they're gonna eat, right, every day? That is a hard work, and also they did not earn much at that time. Yeah, the boat tracker. So for the hot pot is also that's the time. So they just collect the different parts of the pig and also the vegetables or something, just put into the like the pot to boil it. And also why it's spicy, because it's also has something to do with the weather condition in Chongqing. Chongqing is like a fog city, like a high humidity, very high humidity. A lot of green area, but this area is also like high humidity here. So spicy is one way, like for people from Chinese cultural Chinese medicine explaining way is like the spicy can keep this kind of balance, like to anti this kind of high humidity weather. So food has a close result from the weather condition here, spiciness, and the people at the port at that time, right, develop this way to cook the food. Yeah.
It's interesting that, let's talk about how that port area goes. There was somebody that just left a message on here, and I'm just going to try to highlight it. They're talking, yes, here it is. It's from Joe. Might want to talk about exploring the historic stairways from the Yangtze still used by the residents who live on the tiers along them. Can you, help us out with that, Xiao?
Yeah. Still used by, yes. Chongqing is like mountain city. Now the popular name for Chongqing on internet, on China is like the multi-dimensional city. Like there are different layers here. So of course that naturally come result of like a lot of stairs because it's not like totally flat. right? Totally not
Yeah.
totally flat. There must be some stairs and different building constructions. Like for example, the buildings many are built just along the hills, so that when you come to a city, it's different layers. Of course, when you want to transport from here to there, it's possible by stairs. Or nowadays, of course, it's like a lift. Elevators is more popular. And also as well, like because the infrastructure construction is going on very well, the tunnels like just go cut through. Like Alex just made this with us with iChongqing together made this capital of bridges, right? This video. I think Alex can introduce some. When you guys really watch that video, you can get an idea of how, I mean, like interesting, unique this city's geographic features is.
And thank you for mentioning that. I did produce a video in collaboration with Chongqing, some of the fantastic photographers they got there. And this was to commemorate the achievements of Chongqing. And it's a 6-minute video. It's picked up by a lot of, I guess, domestic Chinese news channels, and as well as, I believe, over 20 international news channels last week. And thank you for that. I'm hearing the video has been viewed multi-millions of time in China. So thank you for watching that. But in that video, what you're going to see is exactly what Joe has just said on the screen here. We do show some images back in the 30s and 40s and how life was in Chongqing. And then throughout that 6-minute video, it's pretty action-packed, and it brings you up to showing you that Chongqing has 17, I believe is it 10 or 17? I can't remember. It's growing by the day, world record bridges. So we should show a lot of aerial footage of what the bridges look like. Some of them have been completed, some of them that are still under construction. So it's quite an extraordinary video. I haven't put it out on my channel because I felt that this was more for kind of like a bit of a present towards Chongqing and the local media group there, to just show them how wonderful their city was. I might do it at a later time, but anyway, thanks for the mention on that, Chao. And that is the hot pot stuff. So Noel, what do you want to do when you get to Chongqing? What's on your wish list?
The first time I heard of Chongqing was from you, Alex.
Thank you.
When you were celebrating, a New Year's in China, just before the pandemic. And I've been watching your videos then, basically showing us Chongqing. And then after your videos got viewed, I guess many other YouTubers started going to Chongqing and then documenting, what they've seen in Chongqing, and then, putting onto the channels. So I think what I'm going to do in Chongqing is to, first of all, go check out all these places that you and all the other YouTubers have been promoting, to see it for myself, to feel, just take in the whole atmosphere of that monorail going through the building, the cable way and all these things. And then I'll make my own little video.
Okay.
I think we forgot to introduce someone else. We got one more.
Who? Aiko, you mean? Yeah. Oh yes, Aiko's resting up backstage, but she's going to be ready to go soon. Oh, Sahil, you've let one of the secrets out, my friend. In TV show, it's
comment on my channel. There's someone says, Sheikh Irfan says, Xiao is very pretty.
There you go. All right, Xiao. I'm going to address a couple of things here regarding my footage. I like that we have some people here that make a comment about my footage. Harry, I'm just going to bring you up since you feel that I thieve people's footage. So I'm going to kind of hit this one right on the head here. Anytime you see footage on my channel, it's either done by myself, it's either done by collaboration, or it's done by freelance, or it's done by a license agreement. And I'll let you know why that's important, just so I can answer Harry's polite comments on my channel. Is in this YouTube industry, you cannot categorically go out there and rip videos from either other channels or other news media outlets, or your channel will be copyright striked immediately. So when you see some video on my channel, whether it's a collaboration, I did a really cool collaboration with a group that did some stuff from Hong Kong as well. we will license that stuff. And I'll tell you what the situation I'm in this week. It's quite extraordinary. I'm putting out a video tonight called China's Light Show, and this is to commemorate the 100-year anniversary of the CPC party. And this footage that I had to get together, I felt that I had everything, all the license agreements, all the copyright agreements all sorted out. It took a while to get it. Well, I found out Tuesday that there were a lot of they were doing a lot of double and triple checking from levels of media, state media, to make sure that who's using this footage is fully licensed. So that put me behind the, we'll call it so-called 8 ball as of about Tuesday or Wednesday, sitting there with maybe 20% of the footage that I needed. And it was quite stressful. Wednesday, Thursday came around, all the footage got the green light, all the agreements were signed, and it was sent. So when you get these, when you see a lot of these YouTubers use footage, they're either going to use their own, they're going to use stock footage. The last thing any YouTuber wants to do on any of their channels is to use copyrighted footage, because YouTube has an algorithm that will pick up anything less, I think anything over, 1.3 seconds of video usage. You will immediately see it in your account, and that video is usually gone. So I can say with 100% confidence, and I'm going to put a nice double line underneath that, and hopefully that answers some of the people about how we get our footage, where we get our footage. And in this whole entire YouTube community, a lot of us do help each other out by sharing footage to, for example, Knowles in Shenzhen, he might put a drone up. He might say to Alex Absolute or to some of the other channels out there, hey guys, I've got some extra footage. Do you want some? And that's kind of how it works. So hopefully that answers those questions, and we'll move forward. All right. Might want to talk about, okay, so Sahil, can you tell your channel, what is your favorite city in China at this moment?
Me?
Yes, you.
Okay, should I say Chongqing?
No.
That is very
Actually,
diplomatic.
fun fact is I have never been to different cities. I have never been, because I came in 2017. It's been 3.5 years, almost 4 now. I never really got any chance to go to other cities. I went to Zhejiang. There's a beautiful mountain called Lushan. You might have heard. I went there, but this is the next trip after that. Chongqing. I'm really excited to go to this trip. I would say, yeah, Chongqing.
Wow.
you love the city.
Because
You
I
haven't
haven't
been-
But I think it won't disappoint you.
So,
So it won't disappoint you. I think now you just
actually,
made
yeah,
it.
I'm giving
Yeah.
a lot of pleasure to Xiao.
I'm starting to see your humor come out in you, Sahil, and I think it's great. It's so unfortunate that I'm not going to be there, because I think we would have one great time. But make me a promise. If you love the city, and once I get there, then I will invite you back to my city when I get to Chongqing. You make me a promise that you'll come there if you like it the second time, okay?
It's live right now. Many people are watching, and it's done. We're coming.
All right. Fantastic. Noel Lee, favorite city in China?
Well, it's a tough one, Alex, because wherever I go, it just keeps getting better. So when I was in Shenzhen, back in the day, 10, 15 years ago, I was like, what is this? It's so rural, it's so laid back. The roads are bad, to the factory. But now, wow, all the places that I've used to go where it's all like a muddy road, it's all high-rise condominiums and Walmarts and mega malls and all these things. And then when I go to Shanghai, again, when I go to the places that, it's more touristy, it's a little bit more historic and not so developed in that sense, because they preserve the place. So you feel like, oh, it's, it's getting old. But when you look at the other places, then again, wow, like Disneyland and the Pudong area that's developed. And then when I go to, Guizhou, again, the idea is that it's a rural place, but then I go to Guiyang. Oh, it's not bad. It's
Hey,
quite
you
cool.
asked the wrong
You know?
question to Noel. You should ask, which city
So-
have you not been to?
Yeah, so that's my answer. I don't have a particular favorite one, because I think it's so vibrant. It's just there's no one best. It's just not fair to to call it one most favorite. That's my answer.
So
Sorry if I didn't.
let's ask a question to our viewers. Okay, so either the question is going to be, did you ever hear of Chongqing before? My viewers, I've got to be careful on that because now they know I've been to Chongqing and stuff. But prior than 2 years ago, have you heard of Chongqing? Before, let's say 2019, have you heard of Chongqing? Just push 1 on your keyboard for yes and 2 for no. So 1 is if you've heard of Chongqing before, 1 for yes and 2 for no. And let us know if you guys have heard of it before 2019. Why I say that is because that's when I was there. So just looking at some of the people come in on my channel, Gray Fox has known about it. Fear and Conspiracies never heard about it. Ken has heard about it. And Eric hasn't heard about it. Hub of Truth, Michael. I mean, this is interesting. Isn't this amazing that a city of this magnitude that some people haven't heard about it? And I'm going to say a majority on my channel, I'm just reading through the comments, guys, a majority on my channel didn't hear of Chongqing prior than to 2019. Xiao, how does that make you feel about your hometown?
I have confidence, I think growing with the content creators coming here, and because the content they make in Chongqing are really attractive. The city itself is unique. I think it's provide very good, angles for the content creators to make interesting videos for their viewers. So I'm confident as long as more and more people coming here, you will for sure get to know more like that.
So I'm going to get you to elaborate a little bit more on that. So what happens when, I'll just tell you guys how I met Chongqing. It was quite interesting. I was in the city in December of 2019 around Christmas time. And I was like to my wife, we couldn't find any information out on Google or anything. So I reached out to iChongqing, and Xiao contacted me and said, hey, what are you doing? And I said, I'm in the city. And she says, hey, why don't you come by and our offices? And I thought, what? Okay, let's go. So I went there, and I met my wife and I met the team of iChongqing, and they were pretty active. They said, you guys got to check this out and you have to go there. And we gathered a friendship, and that's how I know the iChongqing team, because I met Xiao and Catherine from iChongqing, and we ended up having a fantastic week. And I knew that they were trying to promote the city a lot. And they said, how do we promote the city? And I said, you just bring some YouTubers that are interested in their own content, creating their own content, none of the kind of organized tours or anything like this. And that's what I liked about what you're doing and the strategy that when you're meeting YouTubers, they pretty much come and can do their own thing, right? Maybe, Xiao, you can elaborate on that.
Sure. Yeah, we just provide suggestions. Like the first time you are here, tell you, because when someone is freshly here, of course they need guidance. And on our website, on iChongqing, YouTube or Facebook, we provide such information. But still, we are quite feel very happy. If we can talk in person, tell you where you should go and give you some assistance, especially the YouTubers. We can. We can create some content together, like now, or when Noah or Sahil are here together. Maybe we also do travel guide episode stuff like this, and it will be nice for us to have guests in it. And it's our pleasure, really. We'll feel very, very, very happy for assisting in that.
Can I say something else?
Yeah, please go ahead, Noah.
All right. So when you were talking previously about how Xiao feels about whether Chongqing is known to the people watching, I got to bring to mind, as a Singaporean, I am proud that the Raffles City development plan was in Chongqing, and it was there. I think it was the ninth Raffles City in China, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, the newest Raffles City, and this Raffles City's entire architecture is from the same designer who did the MBS in Singapore and the Jewel Airport in Singapore. So in case the people that don't know, actually, there's this development that basically, what I'm saying is that Singapore has already found or seen that Chongqing is going to thrive and become big. That's why they built the best looking Raffles City in the world right now in Chongqing. Yeah.
And have you? I guess you spent a lot of the time in the sands in Singapore. Is that correct?
Actually, when I was in Hong Kong, they built the ones in Sands and the Jewel Airport. So I haven't actually really gone back home to enjoy the place. I was just there periodically for some conventions. Yeah. So I have not actually experienced wholeheartedly what we have in Singapore, to be honest.
Well, that's interesting, and just so the viewers, I think you guys are quite familiar. If you're familiar with the skyline of Singapore, it has that beautiful hotel that the pool spans across. It looks like a big surfboard, and in Chongqing, they've built a similar. Different design, of course, but a very bold-looking hotel where both rivers, the Yangtze River and the Jiling River collide. They've built it right on the tipping point. It looks like a big sail of a ship. And this is a monster building. It's the largest in the city. It's got a mall attached to it. I think it comes in at a tune of about almost $4 billion, this development to make. It's very impressive. I think it's definitely a go-to place when you go to Chongqing. I love the area that it's in. I'm going to move on with some of the questions here I got for you guys. If you were given just 24 hours in Chongqing, what would you try to accomplish within that 24 hours? Anybody can take it.
Let's he'll go ahead first.
Okay, a couple of days, one of my friend asked me, bro, if I just give you 24 hours to live, and you realize next day you're dying, what would you do?
Extreme.
I was like, what would I be doing in the 24 hours left? It's really hard to choose. I would just go back to my parents, see them first.
That's honest answer.
Okay. That's an honest answer.
Yeah.
But if you had your parents, or a friend in Chongqing in 24 hours, what would you get up to? What do you want to try?
Eat food.
Eat food. So you're a foodie.
I'm a foodie. Yeah, I would probably eat some food, go to some good places. Oolong. I just saw some pictures. I don't know. I'm so obsessed with that place.
Oolong. Yes, you're okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and we'll come around to that a little bit later as well when we talk about some of the historical sites. So food is definitely something. Noel, your feet hit the ground. You got 24 hours. What would you do? What's the first thing you do in Chongqing?
All right, Alex. Taking photographs is one of my passion, and developing photos is as fast as half a second versus a video, which takes editing and stuff. So what I'll do is I'm going to take my camera and go all over the places, like as if I was in an amazing race, going to checkpoints after checkpoints in Chongqing, like the cableway, the building by the cliff. I forgot the name, by the way. And then all these places.
If you're doing that, sorry to cut. If you're doing that, you must become a Superman, like flying everywhere and making videos.
In 24 hours, non-stop, just like how I would do a mountain trail running race. You have 24 hours, you just non-stop, you just keep on going. So basically, I'll do all that, and then finally set up some lead time. Maybe I think I need about maybe 4 to 5 hours to scale the 2,000 meter peak in Chongqing, and then watch the sunrise. And that's my 24 hours.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, I like that idea. Very interesting. And you got to remember, Sahil, that you might go in a building and then come out on 6 floors higher with a highway running through it. Or you might go to another building and be on the 12th floor and get off the 6th floor, and all of a sudden you'll see a monorail go flying through a building. That's the type of city. My 24 hours in this city is I would definitely wake up in the morning, go for an amazing breakfast, scoot on over to the Chongqing market there, do some negotiating, find a nice pair of sneakers. After that, I would head up and get maybe a nice little afternoon drink at the Nicolo Sky Bar overlooking the city at that point. Once I'm done with that, I would come back down, go to the Olympic-size hockey rink that's in one of the shopping malls there. Once I'm done at the shopping mall there, maybe I'll go to the amusement park, or maybe on one of the largest swings in the world. And if I'm not happy with that, I'll go on one of the glass bridges. And if I'm not happy with the glass bridges, then I'll head back down and get ready for the night's events at one of the most awesome steakhouses that they have there, Ruth Chris's Steakhouse. After I'm done at the steakhouse, if I haven't quite had enough, I'll go to one of the amazing dessert bars that they have there. And if I'm not at the dessert bars, maybe I'll go back and have a little bit of hot pot to tide me over for tonight's karaoke event. I will then go to some of the best karaoke they have in the world, like the one I did go there called Kiss Karaoke. That I think it was about a $15 million investment through the karaoke lounge there. And if I'm not done with that, I will then head over to the music lounge, which has live Western bands playing music and the bartenders playing all night long. So that is just my first maybe 16 to 18
I have a question to Alex.
Sorry. For
I
those,
have a question to Alex.
for everybody listening, Alex just dropped a ton of Easter eggs on the videos that's coming up.
Oh, did I? I didn't know that. Sorry. Go ahead, Sihil. I didn't know that. Well, that's what I did know.
Which is your favorite city in China currently,
Oh,
except Chongqing?
except Chongqing.
Sahil asked very smart questions.
What is my
just put
favorite
that X.
city?
Yeah.
Julia, what would you say our favorite city is besides Chongqing?
He's asking the wife. My goodness.
We like Chengdu.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We like them all. But if I'm going to go to a city, it's going to be one that's I did a video on Dalian.
Oh,
On the eyes, that city looks unbelievable. It's it's a mystery city. It's kind of like a secret city. It's just across the Yellow Sea from Pyongyang, and it borders, north. Its coastline borders North Korea, something like that. That could be in my adventures, but I'm fully booked on Chongqing for a while. But good question, Sahil. Very good question. Which brings me to let's have a look here. Number 6. How much research have you guys done on this city? I'll go with Noel.
well, I have researched, like I mentioned, that 2,000-meter peak, which I forgot the name at the moment. And then I've seen, basically, I've been watching some videos by YouTubers on Chongqing, and I sort of get the idea about how it is, a mountainous area and how the infrastructure is built around this mountainous area. And then there's lots of crazy winding roads that negotiates around Chongqing. Plus, having that big Yangtze River and how, you can get from one side to the other via the various methods, either by cableway or by ferry, or by the bridge that you go by the car. And of course, in terms of food, I have not yet found like the really local stuff. I'm waiting for Shao and Aiko to teach us, because what I've seen so far is all just hot pot. So I'm looking for more local stuff. For example, in Singapore, we wouldn't just say it's chicken rice. There's so many things that we can look at for Singapore in terms of local food. So in Chongqing, I've yet to find out what the other really good delicacies are, and I'm going to be hoping to film that for my audience. And
there are plenty. Like Chongqing noodles, etc. Like a lot of snacks or food.
Yeah, we are gonna gain weight after this trip.
Sahil, research that you've done on Chongqing so far.
Actually, I was searching a few videos on YouTube. And
what's your
yours was the
impressions
first
of not being
video.
there? Mine was the first video.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, Chongqing, and I was surprised. Oh, Reportify Media.
What video was it? Just curious.
I don't know the video. There are a lot of policemen in the video. I don't remember the title.
Yeah,
Why were there so many policemen in that?
So that's the video that when Yule and I arrived to Chongqing on Christmas Eve, we saw security guard, we saw policemen. We're like, what is going on here? In fact, maybe Chow can tell you that on Christmas Eve, it's celebrated almost like Mardi Gras, New Year's Eve, and Christmas Eve on the same day. And apparently, some of the parties got pretty wild in the city, so they were taking extra precautions that year to make sure that
it is for protection.
well, yeah, it's more like if you see how Chongqing is the city center, you can pack a lot of people in there. And this is more of a fun party on the 24th. You go there with those big blow up hammers and stuff like that. And it's can you imagine Mardi Gras, New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve in your city, in one shot?
I have never seen so many huge crowd of policemen all together.
Yeah, well, it's more security. Chow, maybe you can help us out with answering that.
So his question is like he saw security around, right?
On Christmas Eve, yeah, on the 24th of December, yeah.
Yeah, because there are so many people, so many people that are having fun, the crowd that are around some monument, around some countdown thing. And
actually,
it's
more
very
than people, there were
necessary
more
to keep
policemen,
order.
actually.
They are safe. I think like safeguards like that to in case there are some, some disorder. Like people are, like when there are a lot of people, it's easy sometimes to hurt each other or have some accident or something. To make sure if there's no safeguard there, if such thing happens, it will mean like the risk is bigger. Like more people will be hurt. I think like that. Just in case, but they are just standing there. I think they are standing there and to make sure cool. If everything going right. Yeah, they do not interfere you like having fun if the people are not going so wild.
If you did watch
when we go there.
Yeah, if you did watch the end of the video, they're going to end up wanting to be in your video. The policemen were quite nice. They started to photobomb me in my videos and stuff like that. When they saw me walking around with the camera, some of them come up to me and wanted to be in the video. So very friendly city. The people are quite interesting there. You will definitely enjoy that. Okay, so that's a little bit of the research. Okay, I'm going to bring in Aiko. I'm going to. Does somebody want to take over the controls here while I come off the panel, or do you guys want me to stay in the panel?
I can take. Aiko can replace me. It's okay.
Okay, Shao, we're going to bring you back, though. We're going to bring you back.
And, no worries. Yeah.
We're going to bring in Aiko. Is she ready? Are you ready backstage there, Aiko? Give us the thumbs up if you're ready to go. Yeah, she's ready to go. Shao, we're going to see you in a few moments, okay?
No problem.
All right. Aiko, welcome to the program. How are you?
Hi, Alex. I'm fine. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Greetings from Chongqing. Hi, I'm Aiko. I'm from iChongqing, a journalist, also an anchor, and sometimes I do the live stream in our channel. And welcome to subscribe our channel, iChongqing.
All right. So, Aiko, you were on the call yesterday where everyone had some of their, I guess, their wish list and things they wanted to do in the city. You're a pretty good coordinator of things to do. I have a question for you. On your downtime or your days off and stuff like that, what are some of the things that you like to enjoy in your city?
Well, I live in Lija. We have like the high-tech park, Lija High-Tech Park. Mm-hmm. It was built in like 2 years ago. Yeah. Back in the old times here, Lija, it was like a countryside. There wasn't any factories, wasn't any enterprises here. But now, Lija Yubei becomes a very trending place for business, for economic, for industrial development. So the high-tech part in Lija is one of my favorite spots to walk around, to do some exercise, because all my neighbors, all those residents in Lija area, they will go there, and even people from other districts in Chongqing, they will go there and to enjoy and relax their weekends with their families, with their friends. So Lija High Tech Park, I'm not sure if this is the exact name of this park, but I know this park from the high technology. Yeah, in this park, it's very
What is the
important
meaning of
to really.
Lija?
Lija is like a place. Yeah, it's like a place in Yubei district, and it's a new area for Yubei, but it's a booming area. Yeah. So the park is one of my favorite spots to enjoy my weekend. And also we have some pubs, we have some bars, we have some good restaurants. If you are a foodie like Sashio, right? Yeah, if you like to enjoy some foods besides the hot pot, we also have some I said some special food from some districts of Chongqing, not just downtown, not just food in downtown. Yeah, because Chongqing has a lot of districts and we have a lot of food cultures in these districts. So I suggest that you can try it these restaurants. Yeah, that's some. We have some restaurants that we would like to share, and beside this live stream, we will like to post it on our Facebook or Twitter so that you can follow the address to find those restaurants. Yeah, that's what I would recommend.
Now, were you born in Chongqing?
Yeah, I'm a local.
So tell me, how much has your city changed in the last even 10 years?
I'd say a lot, because back in 10 years, I don't think we can, as I said, here, Lija is like a new area in Chongqing. But back in 10 years, I just live in like Jiefang Bay.
Right.
My whole family, we live in like a smaller house. And it's not just we can afford to buy a bigger house. It's just we don't have that many houses. We can just choose to live at a bigger house. Yeah, like this. But now, as the booming development in this city, we have more choices. We can live whatever we want, like in Yubei, like in Dadukou, also a booming area, but it was like an old industrial area in Chongqing. But now it's like more like a very interesting place with new residential with from other cities and the provinces in China. So I think.
I was going to, sorry to interrupt. And I mean, what has been the biggest change in your city then in the last 10 years? What do you feel is the biggest change? Are people moving there? Or are they moving just around in the areas there? Or how is it? Like, I mean, it's a monster city. So
I'd say for locals, we did have a better life. We do have a better life right now than 10 years ago. And for those people from other cities and provinces, I think Chongqing, the opportunities here for those younger generations did provide those people from other cities to attract them, no matter the education, no matter the industrial development, no matter the economic business opportunities. All these elements, they attract the people, the younger people, to come here and to build their home and to live here, to find a job. So I think that's an important element for a big city, a mega city, to develop. Yeah.
And how did you arrive at iChongqing team? How did you become a member of the team there? Did you study journalism? How did all this take place?
Well, I was majoring in the film study in college, in a local college in Chongqing. And when I graduated in like 2014, I just 2014, I'm sorry. I finished my study in the university, and I just worked at the and few investment group. And so I wasn't a journalist before I've come here. I just find I just find iChongqing to be a very how to say this, very brave team. Yeah, because before iChongqing, we don't have like this English media, official English media to promote our city. So I find it will be an interesting career for me. So I decided to join this team, and I passed the exam, and I just became a journalist and an anchor. So everything for me is new here, and I'm still trying to learn how to communicate with more people in the world and how to promote our city from my angle, from my perspective. Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty in-depth and good answer, and I appreciate you answering that. I find that the message with iChongqing on how they're reaching out to the world is basically just come see Chongqing. And when I've been watching your live streams, they aren't I would say they're pretty fun. A lot of the live streams are quite fun. You guys are out in either watching light shows or attending. I think I'm not sure if it was you or someone else attended a brand new mall opening in town and stuff like that. So it looks like it's. Are you enjoying yourself? I'm putting you on the spot now. Are you enjoying yourself at iChongqing?
Definitely, because it's one thing to explore the city by yourself, but it's totally different with a camera to your face, and while that you will still keep talking, keep explaining how this work. So I think it's cool. It's very awesome to me to introduce like this.
If I may just interrupt,
please do. Yes.
It's like I can understand Aiko. It's just like cooking. So when I was cooking myself, it's so easy. But when I have to film myself cooking, it's a totally different thing.
I would not say it's difficult. It's hard, but I think it's a challenge. It's a challenge because sometimes you do want to view the comments area, and you want to answer all the questions immediately. And as I just mentioned that earlier in this live stream, I saw comments that said that Chongqing, like Neil just mentioned that Chongqing once belongs to Sichuan province. And somebody just asked about, so do we still call ourselves Sichuanist or Chongqingist? I'm gonna answer this.
Okay, great.
We call ourselves Chongqingist. We call ourselves Chongqing. Chongqing has become one of the 4 municipalities in China. In 1997. So I remember there was a news in 1997 after Chongqing just announced that it becomes the municipality in China. People in Chongqing, they put like the banner out hanging on the highway from Chongqing to Chengdu, and so that people can see it. It just said, "Welcome to Chongqing. People from Sichuan, welcome to Chongqing." It's just like a humor from Chongqing people, just to express how happy to become a very important city in China to our future, to the development in our future. So I think it's like a great news. In nowadays, we wanted to correct people when they call ourselves, if you're not Sichuan Sichuanist or not, we will say we are Chongqingist. What people in Chongqing, yeah.
I'm reading some of the comments, and some of them are quite funny. I'm not going to get into too many details about them, but
hold on, Alex. Just let me interrupt one thing. So okay, so prior to our weekend, I was actually at a spa in Shenzhen, and in the spa, I was actually asking the because in such a place, there's always lots of people from all over China. So I was asking them, do you know Chongqing? Which one of you is from Chongqing? So I met some people from Chengdu, and then I was asking, so what is special about Chongqing? I was quite surprised that the locals, at least the people that I interacted with, they said Chongqing, there's nothing much. It's just mountains. So obviously these people have not been to Chongqing, the Chongqing that we're talking about. So I just want to feedback what I experienced. People over here saying that, oh, I don't know what is Chongqing, even for the locals. Yeah.
Aiko, good. I got a question for you. In media, is it competitive with females in media? I'm also seeing some comments that people are saying that the online business in China has gone. A lot of it has gone online, and it's not what the average person is used to in the West, where we still rely on pictures and photos to buy products online. But in China, it's really heavily driven by women out promoting these channels. So tell me, is it competitive also in your business as being, as a journalist? Is there a lot of competition?
I don't think I see this question as I'm a female. I think for a journalist, in every situation or every generation, you will face the opportunity and the challenge as well at the same time. So I understand that people from the West world, they don't know that familiar than us about this internet industry in China. In China, we have like this online shops every day. We shop online every day, and the delivery system is also very booming. So because of that, so I think, and me myself, before I worked here, I do the live stream selling, to
Really?
sell those. Yeah.
So
for like half a year.
Let's. I want to give me 2 minutes. I want to ask some questions about this. This is interesting because this is, and this is why I want to bring it to your attention that you might not be familiar with it. But the audience identified your confidence in front of the camera, and they also identified that females in China are very good at sales and very good at online sales and selling a product. So that's where I was driving toward this question. And now you've just actually answered it in quite good detail, and you've kind of let it out of the bag here. That has maybe helped you a lot on camera. So, and the average viewer can tell that when they're watching your live streams. I've seen you do your live streams. You're pretty confident on camera. What kind of things, I guess, before you came to iChongqing, you were saying you're in, I guess, online sales. Is it okay if we talk about this?
So maybe.
Yeah.
What kind of things were you?
What is it?
What were you?
Mostly expensive watches, jewelries, and bags. Those from the luxury brands, the vintage bags from the luxury brands. Yeah, mostly these expensive stuff.
And how many hours would you have to be on camera?
More than 6 hours a day.
6 hours talking to a camera.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a heavy work. It's a really heavy work. It was.
All right. Okay. Well, that's.
But you are sitting down in a nice aircon environment. That's okay.
No. We do this. No, we do that. We did this in the very huge studio, for that company. Yeah.
Okay.
Who was responsible for this whole business?
And is that industry still growing quickly?
Yeah,
Fast, or?
yeah. You know, it is the industry, the live stream industry online, and it provides more job opportunities for the younger generation, for females in China.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is a separate.
That's
Sorry,
interesting.
I think it's a
Go ahead.
separate video that we can do for all our audience outside of China. This thing called the Wang
think so.
Hong. The Wang Hong is a phenomenon in China whereby you can get, for example, let's say if a Sahil became the Wang Hong, he has 2 million followers. He can just go and accept, buy this, limited edition water bottle, 10 pieces, 100 pieces, gone. It's all gone. Because they've allowed a few thousand people, tens of thousand people at each live chat. So just take 1% of it to buy and sold out. Sold out next, and it's a phenomenon.
It's like the world has done a complete 360 since I was born. I remember watching online sales channel. They call them the shopping channels when I was young.
The Ginzu knife.
The Ginzu knife, but they were called the shopping channels. And now we've done a complete 360 where this is done online. So it's quite interesting. So gentlemen, Noel and Sahil, what day do you plan on getting into Chongqing, and how long are you going to be there? So when you get to Chongqing, how long are you going to be there, and what is probably the first piece of content we're going to see from your channels? So who wants to answer that one first?
Okay, so I'm getting in on the 10th of July in the morning, and I'll be there for 7 days, so up to the 17th. And of course, we'll be filming and likely unable to immediately upload a content or a video. So what I intend to do is that I will probably look at the schedule and then plan in advance to give my audience the heads up on when I'll be doing some live stream. And each of these live stream will last about maybe 20 to 30 minutes, a short one, just to bring everybody, hopefully if it works out, that I can bring everybody on this virtual Chongqing 7-day trip every day or every 2 times a day, 20, 30 minutes. They know the schedule. They can plan it out. They can know when to come in and look at the live stream. And then we can experience live what I'm experiencing. Hopefully that the connection is good. And then if there's questions to be asked, we can ask directly the iChongqing team and we can get the real answers then. So that's my plan.
Sahil.
Yeah, I have exams till 9th actually, so I'm just preparing on that. After my exams, I'm on 10th morning. I'm taking a train from Nanchang and going to Chongqing.
How long's that train ride? How long's the train ride?
7 hours.
7 hours, okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask what's the cost of the ticket? How much did it cost you to pay for the train? Just curious.
400 something. 400 RMB.
Oh,
how much is that return or one way?
One way.
So how much is that, guys, in to US dollars? 400. That's going to be about $60, something like that.
Yeah.
And now, what kind of train is that? High-speed rail, or is it
bullet train? Yeah, high
bullet train. Fantastic. So $60 bullet train. Do they have 5G, 4G on board, so you can still do some work while you're on board there? Or?
The first video I'm going to upload is I left Nanchang.
Okay, good. My country of Canada, we have railway from 2 points, but we only have pretty much a single line railway. So our rail system in Canada is very tricky because if you're shipping goods from coast to coast, if there's another train coming, you have to take the other ones off the track while the one passes and then bring the other one back on. Isn't that amazing that China in general puts over, I believe, 8,000 new kilometers of rail track a year, and as well as highway a year. So that must be a real treat. I know our passenger train, besides the tourist ones in Canada, were taken out of commission here probably about 20 years ago. So I find it fascinating that when I asked you how you're getting it, I'm just going to book a 400 RMB bullet train from to Chongqing. I mean, that's an adventure in its own. That's an adventure in its own. So tell me, it's a 7-hour train ride. What kind of choices of seats do you get on this train? Or we're going to have to wait to see that in the video?
Right. First class and second class seats are available.
Okay. Have you been on one of these trains before?
Yeah, as I said before, I went to Zhejiang in a
Right.
bullet train as well. So it was almost like 60 RMB from here to Zhejiang. It was cheap.
Any idea the
But
speed of
Chongqing
this?
is really far.
Any idea the
280
speed of the
kilometers per hour, more than that, I guess.
280 kilometers plus per hour?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's too
That
far.
is impressive. And the landscape's going to get interesting as you get into Chongqing. I mean, the twists and the turns and the flying through the mountains and the tunnels are just going to be pretty spectacular. Noel, how are you getting there?
I'm getting there by, as usual, flight. I'm
Okay,
an
how
old
long's the
man.
flight?
I'm an old man. I can't take long rides in trains, so I need to
Hey,
be
what is
there.
the cost like from your city to Chongqing?
From Shenzhen over there, it's 2 hours, so it's about 650 RMB. There are obviously cheaper ones, like 490 something, 500. But between the 500 and 650, is a difference of the airlines. And I feel that I want to get onto the Boeing 737 instead of the other aircraft that's a smaller jet. So I chose in that sense.
Guys, I've got it's tell me, every city, are they celebrating I guess, of course, every city is celebrating the 100-year anniversary of the CPC. But what does your cities do for this event? I know Shenzhen had a massive light show, which you can see some of it in my video tonight. Plug. But how about you? How about
this
you,
is the
Sahil?
second time you're plugging in. Okay, that's okay.
Thank you. I'm shameless on this, but it comes with hosting, man. Anytime you want to grab the mic, you can. But
I got you.
It's addictive. The mic is addictive. Yeah.
But in Sahil, was there an event for the 100
I have
years?
no idea about what's happening outside. It's been like 3 days I went outside from my room.
Aiko, Chongqing, tell us about during these events what's happening, and maybe you guys can have a discussion about this. It's a pretty interesting time here in China, and for all the people that are watching, it's quite an important period. So I'll hand that over to Aiko. Aiko, go ahead.
Okay. So, we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the founding of the CPC in July 7th. Actually, we celebrated like the whole June until July 7th because it was like a huge issue to Chinese people, also to people in Chongqing. I don't think we can achieve this far in Chongqing without the leadership of the CPC. So I do have a questions for you guys. Based on the President Xi Jinping announced at the ceremony, China has realized the first centenary goal as building a monetarily prosperous society in all aspects. So I have questions. First one is, can you share with us the CPC in your eyes, the Communist Party of China in your eyes? Yeah, I know it will be a question that need to be thinking, but I would love to have your ideas and views in live stream.
All right, I can go first.
Yeah.
Well, when you ask this question, first of all, it's just an opinion, right? It's my opinion. I feel that what I say is not as important as what we can all see happen in China. What I say is just my words, but what you see physically, that it's tangible, that cannot be light, facts, you can see it. I can see it, as I just mentioned before, when I was in Shenzhen 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it was like, what is this, right? And then now it's like, wow, what is this? It's amazing. And I've done a video on that where I talk about what you can see that is evident, and that is the answer. Because if a government can do this for the people, and I always believe, right, growing up, I always believe that the government should always be doing things for the people. That is why I'm a bit taken aback when I learned that, actually government, are earning so much money as politicians. They're earning a lot. Then again, there is the rationale that if you don't pay the people governing enough, then they might be susceptible to bribes and all these things. But then again, me being me, if you are a good person, like the doctor and the people who sacrifice for public service, money is not the key. The key is seeing your fellow man, woman doing better, having better, but because you have done it, you feel the proudness.
I think the government is really supportive to the people, right?
Yeah, exactly. So in that way, so in summary, my opinion of the CPC is that it is is learning. It's an organization that learns from the past, able to have competent and intellectually able people to plan for the future. And from what they have done, it is evident that what they've done is for the people and not for self-enrichment. That's my opinion.
For the people and to the people.
Yeah.
You pretty much concluded everything.
Yeah. How about yours, Cecile?
Yeah, I think I will go with Noel, what he said. Like, I think according to what I have seen here in China, the government is really supportive to their citizens. And it must be, it's like to the people, by the people, and to the people. We say like by the people, we get it, and we do it to the people. That is what they follow. That is the real motto, and I really appreciate that. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Since you mentioned that you say this because based on what you see, what you have experienced in China, in here, what changes you have seen exactly in China under the governance by CPC?
You see, like in the development.
What changes? What changes you have seen in China? Yeah,
well,
in
I'll
your
take this.
city.
I'll take this.
Yeah, you take this.
So before, when I came to China, I knew that to control the population, you got to have only one or no child. And if you have more than one child, you get penalized. You have to pay a fine, 罚款, right? But now that things have gone 10 years later, and then things are changed. So now the government is encouraging, have to have more children, because if you don't have enough children, like what is happening in most developed countries, like even in Japan, right? Nobody's marrying, nobody's having kids, and then the older population is just going to grow bigger, and then there's not enough of a young base to support, and that's going to crumple the economy in the long term. So the government is there to do things to make sure that the people like us who can't plan, who don't know what's going on, that we see the results of the harvest 20 years, 50 years from now. But it was already thought about back there. Back in Singapore, when Lee Kuan Yew had all his plans, it was for 50 years ahead. It was not for tomorrow. It's not for the next 4 years. It's for 50 years. So it's the same, right? And then we've heard about some stories. Again, I can't validate because I'm not there, about how Deng Xiaoping was speaking with, and how the Chinese government also learned some of Singapore's thing that could explain why they have all these poverty alleviation, like housing. When I look at it, it looks like the HDB flat in Singapore, right? Housing Development Board. It looks like the buildings that's built there so that people who are unable to afford condominiums and bungalows, they can actually stay with a roof above their head. So that is the changes that I've seen, as well as not to mention the technological advancement. It used to be China was always copying things, but now they are now leading for people to copy. So that is, for example, the DJI. When I first saw DJI, I have no idea it was a China brand. I thought it was some American brand.
For real? DJI
For real.
is a China brand?
There you go.
Dazhang is Chinese brand. So
Yeah.
Same.
So yeah, that's my my rant.
What did I miss? I'm back. We're going to go back down to 4 panels.
Thank you.
So Aiko, I'm gonna finish off the show here in about 10 minutes. I just want you to say a lovely goodbye to the audience, and we'll sit with a 4-panel for the rest of the show because there's a couple more things that I really want to cover here on this Chongqing adventure. But I appreciate your time that you've spent with us today on your Sunday, and thank you very much for that.
Thank you, guys.
Everybody say goodbye to Aiko from iChongqing, and we'll sit with a 4-panel here. Thank you very much.
Remember to like and share. Okay, subscribe our channel.
Bye,
Thank
Aiko.
you.
See you.
Bye.
Guys, subscribe to iChongqing.
All right. Thanks, Aiko. So interesting. All right. So moving forward, there's some things that I would like to chat about Chongqing. Now, how long in the summertime does it stay the furnace? Like, how long is it going to be hot there? Are we going right into September that it's totally hot, Chow? Or is the weather, right now it's hot, or they call it the hottest?
It's getting hot. It's getting hot. Recently, it's good. Previous years, now it already would be very hot. But this year is like cloudy and then sunshine and then a little bit cloudy. So currently the temperature is fine, but I guess like when Noah and Sahir arrive at Chongqing, get prepared, sun cream,
Sunburn,
take that.
okay.
Yeah, it's hot weather, like Chongqing, hot weather, hot, like.
I guess
like
it's the same
kind of
weather like in Nanchang. Here also it's very hot.
Question: local swimming pools. A lot of
local
swimming
pool. Yeah, of course. Swimming pool. What kind do you mean? Like this kind of with a very nice view, like the one in Singapore, that kind, or infinite swimming pool, or you mean like the facilities around the residential area?
Okay, and one of my favorite that I didn't put on the list. I love water slides. You guys got a water slide park
water
there?
park?
You got a water park?
Okay, water park like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got like, of course, like
Of course,
this is like
of course.
indispensable. It's one of indispensable of summer activities, and Chongqing got like this really huge and big thing, like a water park. That's a got a few actually, not only one. Just like you can choose like a number of them, and some are really freshly built, and you can explore. And
Have you been to the water parks?
I'm not that kind, like really.
Oh my God! Come on, these are.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Chow. My mother came to Thailand here a few years ago, and I think she was 73 or 72. We took her to the water park. And we went down, the big one where all 4 people go on this big tube and it goes and back and forth and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I was there with the GoPro on, my mom, and I keep forgetting that my mom is in her 70s now, but she had the time of her life. But then at the end of the day, she says, my favorite ride, son, they call it the lazy river, where you just get a tube and you just float down this river over an hour and you don't have to do anything. The water pushes you down. You're that type, huh?
Yeah. But in Chongqing, like this water parks, exciting activities like that. So as long as you like, you can find plenty. Okay, especially during summertime. Yeah.
Water parks on my list. Okay, and you're going to be coming with me and Yulia when we go to the water park. Okay, so we'll take the iChongqing crew to the water park when we go. Don't look so nervous, Xiao. and is it possible? Is there any ski hills in the wintertime? Is there any ski hills nearby? Since it's a mountainous city, I mean, is there anything like that? I haven't seen much, but. Do you guys have
what kind?
Skiing?
Sorry,
like,
Alex,
like downhill skiing and stuff? Is there much of that in the?
Oh, skiing. Summertime, maybe there's only.
No. I mean, I'm saying in the wintertime. But is there local ski hills?
Chongqing is quite big because I saw in the comments people are asking. Just one city has like over 30 million people. Yes. So when people mention that, Chongqing is quite big. It's like it's municipality, and under it there are like over 30 districts and counties. And the area where usually now I'm in, like, it's like in the let's say core center, there are like over 10 districts consist of this area. Yeah, and but then you go on highways. You go on highway, you get to different counties, districts. Nor and Sahil also will this time during their visit. They'll not only the downtown area, they'll also visit some districts or counties around. So like you mentioned, like the ski during the winter time, there are a lot of mountains, like also is tourist resorts around Chongqing. You can visit, just spend weekend. Many people go there, spend weekend, and have nice like snow activities there, and have some chill time there. Yeah.
Okay, so my question is,
to explore.
If you haven't been to the water parks, have you been to the ski resorts then?
Yeah. That's true. I have been there like a couple of times.
Okay.
Yeah.
And favorite thing to do
water
in your
park
city?
I did been, but it's not like a very favorite activity.
Favorite thing to do in Chongqing? Favorite thing for you to do? What is it?
Oh, well, as
Vlogging.
locals, actually, it's quite. I think it's similar to people who live like everyone live in their own city, like some casual activities. Chongqing got some really nice bookstores, like cafes. This area I really want, because during the work days, Monday to Friday is quite busy. I really enjoy like during the weekend I can have some time, go to the nice cafes. Chongqing got really stylish and really nice cafeteria, like cafes around. Just take a book and chill, get some time just there. It's a very good rest for me like that. Yeah, stylish ones.
I had a look at the ideas of the content creators here, Sahil and Noel. I'm going to just take the thing off the screen so you guys can see the names of these channels here. Ken, thank you very much for keeping everyone civil. So you see Sahil, his channel, and Noel's, all of these channels can be subscribed to by just clicking in the links below in the video description. I highly suggest that you follow everyone because there's going to be different content. These guys have got a pretty wild schedule, and I think it's changing by the day because yesterday they came in with their long wish list of things that they want to do, and the iChongqing team said, "Yep, let's go for it. Whatever you want to do, let's do it." So it's going to be interesting. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag here and tell you guys what they're up to, but it's going to be pretty fun. I wish I was there with you guys. Because you'd probably be dragged into a karaoke lounge, and
I would love that. I would love that, Alex. We have a karaoke off.
Vlogioke.
We'll probably make a video call with you. You can enjoy with us.
Okay, curious what kind of song you're gonna pick, in the
oh, don't get me started now.
He likes YouTube.
Your eyes.
YouTube.
You like jazz?
That's the Righteous Brothers.
Yes, of course. There is one area in town where they allow you to sing on stage outside a bar in front of people. Sahil, I would like you.
I'm out of it.
Okay, Noel. Here's
a
the challenge.
If you ask me to dance, I would dance, but not sing.
Okay, then here's the challenge then. Okay, so Sahil and Noel and whoever else is going to be joining you in Chongqing, we're still kind of firming that up. I think there's going to be some other content creators that are going to be in the town. We're still looking at the schedule, so hopefully we can firm that up and make sure that everybody's schedule works out. We're crossing our fingers. All right, so Sahil, you can dance on stage. I'd love to see this. Well, Noel sings... let's see, what song are we gonna come up? Noel, what's your classic go-to karaoke song?
There's lots, man. I can't really pinpoint one at the moment. I got to think.
So what can you? Are they all mellow, like
how about
slow
In
song?
the Name of Love?
Okay, so you're gonna sing a U2 song.
I'm not dancing on that. On that voice.
Bring the Chongqing gang down there, and Sahil can take everybody out dancing while Noel sings. And I'd love to see that, even live stream. I'd love to see that. But yeah, I want to see that, guys. I please show me some live singing, because that is some of the best fun I've ever had in the town. And what a great city to
we can prepare for that.
I think that would be fantastic. Okay, so Sahil, it's interesting. I'm just going to a little bit more focus on you, then Noel, and then we'll go to Chow, and then we'll round up the discussion for today. Sahil, I know that you're right now really into the studying a lot. You're in your what year? Third or fourth year right now?
Fourth year.
Or fourth year.
Yeah.
And why did you come to China to study?
Yeah, there's a video called as why I chose China on my channel. A lot of people were asking me, who were curious about like knowing the reason. Actually, there are a couple of reasons for me. I felt like China was the best place.
Okay.
The medical studies, the infrastructure was good, and also it is affordable. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Complete.
And how much longer do you have to go to school in China for now?
Like the next year, January, I'll complete my studies, and then from
Okay.
there, I'll be doing my internship.
So a lot of work with you, and you're going to be doing a lot of work just before you get to Chongqing. So and
Yeah.
are the exams all done on the 9th of this month, and then you
Yep.
can let go to Chongqing? So a little bit of a
Right.
celebration at the same time.
Yeah, it's about enjoying.
Oh,
Enjoying the time.
fantastic! Oh, you guys are going to have a great time. Kate, Noel, Lee. So have you guys met in person
In person?
before?
No.
Yeah.
Just
No.
just like this.
We had a podcast, huh? On
Yeah,
his channel, we had a
yeah,
podcast.
podcast.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, I met Noel, just so you know, Sahil, I met Noel. I know him as Caliber Wings or Caliber Wings. Which one is it? Caliber or
Caliber.
Calibra?
Caliber.
Caliber. See, okay, I've been saying it right all the time.
Yeah. Caliber of a
Every-
man. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he's been an early supporter of my channel, a stand-up guy, really great guy, and
Thank you.
I think you're going to have a fantastic time. If the borders were open, I would have met him probably a week after he was on my show, but unfortunately, I'm like locked on the outside. But I am on my way back to Chongqing here very shortly. This Sunday coming up, I will get my second vaccination shot. After that, 3 days later, the visa gets put into my passport, and then I am luckily on my way to Chongqing, but I will be in a little bit of quarantine. So I'll be putting a lot of content out while I'm in there. But no, I think it's great that in the community, people like Noel and Sahil can meet up and share their experiences together. It's amazing. You got people from 2 different countries in another country sharing and making content together,
It's
and
really exciting.
it is exciting. And to discover a city like Chongqing, which is amazing, it's very close to my heart, a city of over 30-some million people, a mega city. I think it's going to be an adventure of a lifetime for you. It could be even changing. And I hope and I wish you both the most fun and to get the most out of it and to show Chongqing to the world, your experiences. And I think that's really important to show them everything that you guys want. The iChongqing team is great. They're ready to support you on whatever you'd like to show to the world. So be ready, be fully energized, and go for it. Xiao, we'll finish off with what you have to say, and then I'll round up the show. And don't forget, guys, I'm going to do an outro song, so it gives you guys all time to say goodbye to everybody. We're not just going to kill the live stream. We'll do a little bit of an outro song so you guys can say goodbye, and we'll go with that. So Xiao, this team is coming to you in a few days. Are you ready?
Yeah, we are ready and really super welcome. And I also invite like our audience to follow the trip on iChongqing's different platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and our official website like iChongqing.info. So like keep an eye on this trip. I think a lot going to come out of it.
Oh, fantastic.
And Noah
Okay.
and Sahil, welcome. Welcome to Chongqing.
Yeah. Thank you, Xiao. Looking forward.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. It's been a fantastic Sunday day, and I guess soon it's going to be July 4th in the United States. So happy July 4th to everybody. And recently was Canada Day. And whatever holidays, wherever you are, enjoy them on this fantastic late Saturday night or Sunday morning. And we wish you all the best here on the program. And my name is Alex from Reportify Media. And don't forget to subscribe to all these channels below. you're going to see some interesting content come out here in the next week's time. So we wish you all the best. Have a great Sunday. We're all going to go backstage, have a little bit of a chat, but you guys say goodbye to each other while we play you some more of the music, countdown music, and you guys can check out anytime. All right. God bless. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.